Today on Behind the Bloom podcast, RJ and I have a very special guest, Ms Margo the Bonereader. Ms Margo is one of our most popular Life in Bloom guests, and she's guested on my series so many times, sharing her bone reading talents with me, our crew, and especially our pets. RJ's wife Amanda is a huge fan of Ms Margo too, so as an extra special treat, Amanda will be joining us as well. I love Ms Margo, and I'm sure you will too. We'll be sure to let you know how you can get in contact with her too. It's a very special podcast today, filled with love, light, and kindness with my dear friend, Ms Margo. My friend Ms Margo has a way of touching our hearts. It's always an emotional experience when we get together. Flowers are another way for us to communicate with one another. I've always said it was my job to turn people's feelings into flowers. And that is what each and every one of us can do when we pick out flowers for others. Check out your local flower seller today and see what they have to say. With flowers, that is. Cal Flowers is a proud sponsor of Behind the Bloom podcast, where flowers and wellness go hand in hand.
All right, we're recording.
This is the biggest star I have ever had on a podcast, or probably my show too, because we have Ms Margo with us this week.
Hey.
Ms Margo is our most popular guest on Life in Bloom.
Oh,
She is probably one of my most popular friends. I love you so much. And you're just so wonderful. And so we also, RJ, we have Amanda, your wife, with us today too, because she is a huge Ms Margo fan and was not going to let us be able to do a podcast with Ms Margo without her being
that's
along.
right.
I
I gotcha.
For those of you who don't know, Ms Margo is the bone reader, and she is a Native American bone reader. She's going to tell you a little bit more about that because she's even better than I am. But with telling about herself, she has done readings for me. She has done readings for Kelly. She has done readings for all of our dogs. She is an integral part of our world. I mean, literally, we try to get Ms Margo's advice about anything important that's going to happen to us because she's amazing. We are going to talk about how you can get in contact with her, how you can contact her for a pet reading or other readings that she does. She's going to tell us what a bone reader is all about, and we're just going to have a fun time with her today. So, Ms Margo, thank you so much for being with us.
What a privilege.
We're excited.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I've known you for how many years now?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. That would have been season 1. So at least 9 years now.
Oh,
Not
wow.
longer.
9
yeah.
years. Yeah. Oh, actually longer because we met you prior to that
at the women's
expo
Yes.
in Lansing.
Yes.
So I was in this
Long
women's
time
expo in
ago.
Lansing. It was snowing to beat the band. And we were like snowed in with like 10,000 women at this expo in Lansing. And Kelly and I had our blood pressure done, and we had done taste testings of mustard and all this. And we walked over and there was a teepee set up and there was a sign that said pet readings $40. And I said, oh, I've wasted $40 way more than in many crazy ways. And so I just said, Ms Margo, I said, does the pet need to be here? And she said, no, I do it through you. And I was like, oh, I want to do this. We set it up. And that was when I was first made familiar with your beaver pelt and all of your bones.
Yeah.
It was really funny because Kelly said to me, okay, now you with psychics and stuff, because I will go to a psychic, I'm going to go to a psychic, a fortune teller, whoever it is, I will go. And he said, you always say too much, so don't say very much to this lady. And I said, okay. And of course, she does that when she starts the reading. She said, well, first thing you said was, does your pet need to be here? I see 3 pets. She said, wait a minute. 2 of them are on this plane and 1 of them is not. She goes, so we'll just talk about the ones that are. Very quickly into the reading, she said, we had Lucy at the time, and Lucy was a black dog, and Lucy was a bitch. She wanted to be the only dog in the house, and she was a lot. And Ms Margo said, she is in this life doing a repayment. She was reincarnated from being royalty. The thing that would fix this whole thing of her attitude is if you would let her wear the purple jacket. She doesn't get to wear the purple jacket. And we have a purple jacket for our dog. Ellie was wearing it. And she said, you need to switch those up and let that other dog wear the purple jacket. And we did that. And it was amazing. It completely changed Louie's complete demeanor.
Well, I'm so glad that you remember. I don't remember what I did.
I remember everything.
Yes.
Well, and Ms Margo always sends you a recording too. So you have a recording that you can review.
Right.
And I can't tell you how many times we play them back.
Oh, wow.
So there was no mention of the purple jacket? Ms Margo, you just knew that there was a purple jacket?
Yeah. Basically, I tell everyone just sit there, shut up, and listen. Let me talk. I don't need any information, no names or anything. And then I tell them exactly what I'm picking up on. I'm not always 100% accurate. I don't know everything. I'm not a mind reader, but I just trust what God Creator has given me to say. And that's what came out. But I just remember because I see and feel things so quickly and fast. But I'm glad Jay remembers because I just remember it was a long time ago we met.
It is true. It's true. When she came to the studio, also, she came to the studio one time and our camera would not photograph her bones. Her bone reading artifacts. It kept going out. And she finally said, that happens sometimes. And so Keith just gave up on that. And then when she left the studio, every battery in the studio was dead.
Whoa.
Sheesh.
I called her and I said, I know, right? I called her and I said, hey. And she said, is it the batteries? And she said, sometimes I do that. If I expend a lot of energy, I take the power with me.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, she goes, I'm so sorry. And I was like, of course, that's okay. That's okay. It was just
Little
fascinating
snap of the
to me,
fingers
though.
and I turn them back on. No, just kidding.
So, Ms. Margo, here's the other thing. Okay,
Yes.
so tell everybody what you are and what you do.
Well, I'm known as a seer for my clan. I'm with the Saginaw Chippewa tribe of Mount Pleasant, Michigan. There's only 4 of us chosen every 100 years, so I'm one of 4. It was between me and my twin sister. And when we were born, they knew it was me because I'm known as a toll. A toll is a native that has lighter color skin, hair, and eyes. My twin sister is darker hair, skin, and eyes. She has brown eyes. I don't know if you can see mine, but mine are hazel. And that's how they knew. So I remember even being born, leaving and departing. I wouldn't say necessarily heaven, just the place where I was at and how saddened I was to be coming down here on earth. Like I didn't understand why I was to be here, but now I do understand. So as a seer, I have clients from Singapore, Germany, South Africa, Venezuela. They call in, the UK and everything, and have worked with 3 police departments and been doing it for over just about 60 years now as a chosen one.
60 years.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm getting,
my
see my
goodness.
grays are underneath. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, this is another, I think, fascinating thing to me and Kelly. You're also Catholic.
Yes. I was raised Catholic and I'm raised in my native traditions. So my parents very strongly brought us up to respect all religion, all spirituality. Like we went to Lutheran summer camps and other Christian, non-Christian to teach us more, to be open-minded. I mean, my dad would talk about Sasquatch and UFOs also. So it was just so much abundance of love and to be open-minded. But I went to catechism and private school and everything. So yes.
Wow. I think that's interesting too, is we start our show off frequently with a tip or a trick. And there wasn't anything in our book about Bloom 365, our flower tip book. But the tip I thought that was important today was something that my grandpa taught me. He taught me to always be curious. I owe that curiosity for coming up to your booth at that women's show and saying, I want to know what's going on here. And I'm open to that.
Right.
You have taught me my entire life to just continue to be curious and to look at things with love and light.
That's right. Absolutely. And we're going to get, I say, criticism and constructive criticism. And it's not judging because even Jesus got judged. No one liked him. And so we're going to get that no matter where you are in lifeline. Let it be the color of your skin, how tall you are, what religion, anything. So it's always to be strong in your faith, in your religion, spirituality, or who you are or what you want to do, and honoring yourself.
Yeah. Heart to heart.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that you taught me when I hug Ms. Margo.
Oh, yes.
She says, come here, you got to hug right so that our hearts are heart to
Connected.
heart.
Yes.
So connected when we
Cool.
hug.
Yes.
And so I think of that when I meet other people that are very near and dear to me, or when I see old friends and things like that, that heart to heart is very important.
Right. That
because of-
connection.
Yeah,
Plus, you
Ms.
spread
Margo.
less germs. You spread more germs with a handshake. So you always want to do heart to heart. Turn your head.
Yeah. Amanda, you wanted to ask a question about that she has a twin.
Yeah. So, Ms. Margo, you kind of answered my question. I was wondering if you reached a certain age and then they chose you over your twin, but it sounds like that was just the way it was when you were born.
Yep. I definitely know the calling when actually coming down my mother's canal or being up in space or in that different element, what my calling was to be. So I knew, and I still honor that. Between my twin sister and myself, she is a fabulous chef, a cook, and I don't cook at all. So everyone's gift is different.
Okay.
Yes. I can fry a good egg. An egg I can cook. I can do that.
Is your sister ever sorry that it wasn't her?
No, not at all. No, we were always very tight when we were little, very like we would come out with the same, just like most twins come out with the same clothing or saying the same things. And we're fraternal twins. So we're not identical, although we did look a lot more alike when we were younger, but she has very thick hair and I don't. So we won't toss it. She tosses hers around like that and I get a little jealous, like, tossing your thick hair around. Yeah. Yes.
And you are fraternal twins because when you see your mom and dad, you've posted pictures online of your mom and dad, you both look like one of you,
Yes.
I don't remember which one, but one of you looks like your mom and one of you looks like your dad.
I would say I look more like my mother and Marlene looks more like my father.
Yeah. It was, you posted like their wedding picture, I think the other day or something.
Yeah,
and I was just like, oh my gosh, they look so much, they look so much like their parents.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Were there other seers that kind of like guided you in your family that was like an elder to you? Or were you when you were born to have to kind of see all this on your own? Like what was that process like?
I would say both of my parents are very gifted with sensing more. My mother very much encouraging me and teaching in some ways, but it was actually just me trusting myself. From the age of, I would say 13 to 18, I took a break where I got to know society more. And do I want this to be my path or do I have a calling for something else? So when I took that time off, it was getting to know myself also. I would say more of the world, which, was good, but I also knew my calling since the day I arrived here on Earth. Yes.
Wow.
No hesitation.
That's so cool. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What made you decide that animals were all part of it too? Because I know that you have told me that Ellie was a really good contact for you, that Ellie communicated really well to you as opposed to some of our other dogs. But how did you know that I can talk to dogs too?
Well, I am a firm believer that we could talk to actually all animals as it states in other records, Bibles, and that we can always communicate, even to our water, we can communicate and make it into positive energy and the way that we talk, even music, plants, everything. And I can just pick up on their energy, let it be past, present, or future, if they're happy, sad, or anything. And I never understood it, but I realized it's not always for me to understand. It's for me to translate or to bring awareness to someone else.
Yeah, it is true though, because when you read Chris through the flowers that he arranged, that was very cool.
Yeah, I remember cool sunflowers. Didn't he have sunflowers or yellow?
Yeah, he had sunflowers and he had a protea in there. It was very emotional for him too, because it was his dad was talking to him through the flowers, through you. He had lost his dad. It was just and his dad told him that he was very proud of him and what he had done and become. And we have that. We'll put a link in this too for that, because we filmed that reading that you gave to Chris, and then we put it up as another video on YouBloom as well. So we have that too.
Well, now I gotta look up the flower protea, or whatever you said.
Protea, yeah. It's a king protea, so it's a big flower that grows in South Africa, and it's very interesting.
Aren't they ancient too, Jay? Aren't protea
they are
one
ancient.
of
They're like a dinosaur flower is what they call them. So they've been around for a long time. Yeah. Wisdom, that makes a whole lot of sense too. Tell people about what a bone reading is, or what a reading is that you like, what you do.
So what I do is basically somebody will either come to see me or I'll do it over the phone. And then I have my animal bones and stones that are in here. There's a lot. I don't know if they can face them up. They're cast down, and then I pick up on the energy. Now, do I need these when someone calls in from the UK and stuff? No, because I know exactly as soon as I start speaking to them and connecting with them prior, I can feel their energy or what's around them. sometimes I can see through other people or their eyes, let it be in their dreams or their surroundings. So I don't know if it's transferring, say, energy. Basically, everyone just sits in front of me. Like I tell them, shut up and listen. Let me just talk. And then at the end, they can ask any kind of questions about anybody or anything. 99% of the time, I do not remember what I share and tell everyone. Let it be names. I pick up dates and stuff. So a lot of people will say, well, do you remember me? I met you like 30 years ago. I'm like, no, I don't. And it's not for me to keep or hold on to. That'd
Right.
be too much information. But what I enjoy doing is helping people trusting their self and connecting with themselves or where they're at in lifeline, or let it be choices and decisions.
The other thing we think is amazing too is like we'll go back and listen to her readings from 8 years ago. So much is revealed, so much has happened that she talked about or revealed in the reading that then came true or came, then came advice, or like sometimes she'll say, I see this person, I see this person's name, and I'll be like, I don't know anybody of that name at all. And then if I go back and listen to it later, that person came and developed into our lives.
Or a spirit animal or a teacher around you or somebody.
Exactly. I know that you had an artifact that was a bobcat paw.
Yes.
And someone stole it, I believe, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh.
no.
The bobcat paw is in Ellie's reading when you read Ellie on our show. And so we got to see it. And when I got to see it and RJ and I were talking about it, I was like, somebody stole that. Somebody stole that bobcat paw. And they're going to be in big trouble. I'm just saying that right now. But it's like that bobcat paw was one of the things that Ellie chose for her.
I remember that.
For her reading. Yeah. There's all kinds of stuff in there. There's a turtle. There's a deer jawbone. There's a bear tooth. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
There's little rabbit heads and stuff like that, tails, and there's stones, and people have gifted me things or my tribal, and there's been other things that have been missing from there, or when people are in front of me and I say, just sprinkle out the animal bones and stones, they toss them way up in the air. And I'm like, make sure they don't land on the ground. But sometimes we're at a powwow and they land in the grass, and I'm always checking afterwards. So sometimes, yes, objects do come up missing. I've had wolf bones, missing and stuff, but it's in divine order. So I just, it's okay.
You also use cards.
Yep. The native, I've had these for, 45 years.
Oh, wow.
These ones that were gifted to me when I was 13, when I was making that decision if I wanted, which direction I wanted to proceed in. So these are native brave cards. Yes.
There's this, what's the one with the guy with the hooks through his chest?
That would be a person that has always sacrificed their self before others. The sun ritual.
The sun ritual.
Yes.
So one time Ellie is finally Georgie is finally getting used to taking walks. I'm getting on her leash. And I was asking Ms Margo about leashes. She pulled that card. She pulled the sun ritual card, and she said she doesn't like leashes. She's never going to. And I was like, okay, all right, here we go. And I was just, it was such a graphic image on the card.
Right.
You did that at the powwow. That was at the powwow when we came to see you at the powwow. Let's talk about this, and we will also put these links in the bottom. How do people get a hold of you?
Well, you can call me directly at 248-935-8441. It's always faster to text me. And also you can visit my website. It has all my information on there. And that's thebonereader.com or MsMargo.com. I have a lot of connections to but
you
it's
do.
right
You
there.
do.
Yeah, I have like 20. I don't know, 20. I just bought them. .com.
Right.
That was smart.
That drive to my website.
Yeah.
I used to have an 800 number, but I was getting more after 20 years. I was just getting more, scam calls on it. And I was like, let's cancel this. So it's just best to just directly text me, or, if you email me, Miss Julie will check it and everything, and we'll get you all situated.
You also have social media accounts, right?
Yes. I
Okay.
do not remember them all, though. I do.
Oh, okay. I will find them. I will put them down below, because the cool part about this, and I think this is important for everyone to know, I feel Ms Margo is as effective in person or on the phone
Thank you.
There are
Okay.
times when I need to communicate with her and I can't go see her and she's not available for me to go see. Those phone and people always say, well, is it better to be in person or is it better to be on the phone? It doesn't
Right.
really matter. Her power is strong. Her power
No,
is
it's
strong.
actually that person's comfortability.
The last time you and I talked, you said, this is one of the best connections we've ever had. I closed my eyes and just listened to you. I wasn't looking at anything else. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I was really focused on you. And I think that really helped.
Awesome.
I mean, it's
Yes.
certainly for me,
Right.
but I was like, that's the best reading I ever had.
Awesome. That's awesome.
But I
Thank you,
think
God.
it was also me investing in it as well.
Sure. Just being able to relax and to be open-minded to that. I'm never allowed to just approach anyone and tell them what I see or feel. That's invading someone's space. So they are always to contact me or to, if they want something and it's not necessarily about financial, like paying me, because I do work in trade where people will say, you know what, I made this instead of, I don't have any cash. If I gift it to you, as long as we both feel that it's a fair trade, I offer that, and it's all on my website also. So as long as it's not like, I don't know, well, I would say toilet paper, but that was in 2020. That would have been a good trade. That would have been a good trade.
When it comes to flowers and increased vase life, I choose Chrysal Flower Food and have enjoyed the benefits for years, professionally and personally. My favorite product is Chrysal Professional 3. This formula feeds the flowers and helps control growth of bacteria in the vase. If you want to try Chrysal Flower Food products, visit their website, chrysalflowerfood.com. Look for the link in the podcast description. Use our special discount code UBLOOM10. That's the letter U, Bloom, 10, for 10% off your purchase. Support the joy of flowers. The Life in Bloom Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to flower education and inspiring a love of flowers in everyone. The foundation helps fund the production of Jay Schwanke's Life in Bloom on public television, making it possible for viewers across the country to enjoy the beauty and benefits of flowers. The foundation also provides free flower education to high schools, colleges, and floriculture programs through ubloom.com, helping students and future florists bloom in their own careers. Your donation in any amount makes a difference. Plus, all contributions are 100% tax deductible. If you'd like to help us continue sharing the power of flowers, visit the lifeinbloomfoundation.org to donate today. Thank you for your support. Your booth, when you come to Powwow, you have dream catchers, you have your soap. You brought your soap on the show.
Yes.
I still owe you stuff for a dream catcher because she's going to make a dream catcher for me because I have sometimes night terrors. And she said, I just need a dream catcher and that would take care of it. And I haven't got that done yet.
No,
so I
you
got to do
haven't.
that. What else is available in your booth when they come see you?
Pretty much everything is handmade in our booth. We do get furs, and I do a trade with our furs. I don't skin them or anything like that. We have furs, we have handmade drums, and my husband makes them. I used to make drums, but I don't know, as you get older, your hands get stiff. I don't want to say it's arthritis. So, I don't want to put that energy out, but I can't pull them as tight as I used to. We make a lot of dream catchers, prayer dolls, wood carvings. I do paintings, oils, protection oil, sage, sweetgrass we sell when it's in season. We grow it in our backyard, and that's awesome. That's positive energy right there. Yes.
That's awesome.
RJ, you wanted to ask about the soap.
Yeah, I was just curious. So we're going to talk about the episode that you were on Jay's show about your soap in like 2 episodes from now. But I just wanted you to give like an overview because I really loved that segment and it seemed like it was all natural. I noticed you said it like doesn't have lye, it doesn't have alcohol. It's kind of like a gentler, softer soap.
Right.
Yeah, it looked really cool.
It is a softer soap. Some people do wash their hair with them, but and I tell everyone this is not animal tested. Everyone's pH is different. And the only one I would suggest, I do suggest is the rosemary and mint because it does bring circulation to the hair follicles. I would not do it every day because everyone's hair and pH is different. But we have a lot of the soap has different stories or medicinal healings. We have a special soap that I made, it's probably about 14 years ago. and it's called SOB. I was dating this guy, and he loved the smell of Nunchumpa, and I love the smell of wisteria. So I combined the two, and I was about to come up with a name. But then he broke up with me. So I called it SOB for soap on body. But now he came back and he married me. His name is Bob. So now I call it something about Bob. So, yes. We also have a new one, and I think I sent it to you, Jay. It has lilac and a lily of the valley. And I was going
Yes.
to call it He Lies, 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 Lili. But my husband said that was negative. So when I was Googling up the word flower, for my Ojibwe language, a big one means flower. So I put she want a big one. So that's the name of that one. That's number 27. Yes. She want a big one. So that means flower.
It is wonderful. The other thing I love about it is she makes a sage one that when we can't always sage, you might not always be like if you're on the road and you're traveling, you can't sage in a hotel room.
Right.
But you can take her soap and you can shower with her sage soap, and it
definitely.
will get the world's nastiness off of you.
Right. And clear your mind and everything. And another thing that we make is it's been very popular. My nephew, we could not smudge because he had bad asthma when he was younger. And it's protection oil, and it has sage and chamomile in it. So the chamomile
We
is
have
to
that.
relax
That's in our travel
you.
bag
Yeah,
too.
it's to relax you,
Nice.
to center you, and you can spray it on your body, or your office space or anything, and it smells all day long. Yes.
Yeah, it's
awesome.
amazing. And it's very effective. I love that as well.
Awesome.
I think one of the things about you, Ms. Margo, is you give us power.
Oh,
You help us see the light. You help us feel the love. You give us power. That's all important part about what you do.
well, you're seeing your own light. You're seeing your own power. It's just
It's
your
true.
truth. It's just your truth.
You help enlighten us, and that's the amazing part about it. RJ,
Yes.
can she give you a little reading?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I'm a little nervous, but I'm ready for it.
Do you want the cards or the bones?
Can we do the bones?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Okay, I'm just going to mix them up, and then
Okay.
you're going to tell me when to stop. We're going to do this
Okay.
3 times. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to close my eyes. Let's just get centered.
Okay.
Okay, just tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay, I got one. And the next?
Stop.
This is a rabbit head. And one more.
Oh.
Okay. Stop.
Okay, this is petrified wood.
Oh.
Hold on. So you have the pig husk. It shows me that this is something that you need to let go of, not to be so strong. Allow the pace of something to come through. It shows me new contracts this year. Also something about October 12th. So when I see dates and times, I do not always understand them. It could be around the date or time or on it. Whatever this is, I feel like something is complete or satisfied. You have your prosperity guides, and this is the rabbit. Now, it all depends on what it's laid by, what it's next to. Does not always mean financially. It could mean a pregnancy. I'm just kidding.
Oh
I
God,
mean,
no.
a child that is coming. Just saying. But this is about something that you've worked hard for. This is about, coming to a point of relaxing. So this is coming up soon because the rabbit was pulled at the second term when you asked me to stop. It was face up, so it means it's positive energy. The petrified wood, this means that you've done a lot of healing. You're strong in what you believe in, which is awesome. And it shows me you don't mind new adventures. Although you think a lot first before doing it, or you might do research on something if it's new to you. Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh,
Yeah.
I loved all that.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
right?
Does
Right?
Wifey want to
yeah.
go next?
Oh, yeah. You know what? I would like to. I was a little scared, but I'd love to if you don't mind, Miss Margo.
Okay, I don't. Okay. Hold on.
Thank you.
Okay, just tell me when to stop.
Okay. Stop.
Oh, you got another one? Okay, go ahead.
Stop.
This is a stone. I'll explain that in a moment. And again.
Stop.
You have an owl claw.
Oh,
That means you're going to
cool.
live 2 more days. No, just kidding.
Great.
Don't mean to scare you. No. The husk, again, this is representing something that you personally, even as a young child, that you let go of, that you've done a lot of healing personally from childhood trauma or adolescence trauma. And you're seeing how everything had to happen in order for you to be a better person, mother, woman, wife, sister. So I love this about you. This is really interesting because this is actually a stone. And the stone was used for scraping the skin off of the animals, this particular stone. This is really old. So this means that family is very important to you, fixing things, making sure everyone gets along. It also shows me that you are a person that, yes, you get a little anal and picky about things, but you want to make sure it's all in order before presenting anything. Now, the owl is representing the owl claw, is that you're learning and you're in a phase of learning to look at things in a different way or matter, more open-minded. You have your old traditional ways. So it shows me a father, grandfather figure that watches over you. And this is what the owl is representing. Great amount of protection. They understand now. They're kind of like our gatekeeper around you. So they don't say too much, but they're approving. And that's it. And somebody named Mary or Meredith or Miriam, M-A-R, I keep saying. So if you do not know them, that means they're coming up in your lifeline. That's it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yes.
Was the first one a boar tusk? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
Saying his
cool.
is broken.
We both
You
picked
both
those?
drew
Yes,
those
but
the
they're both
first
are different because one
Okay.
is broken and one is not. So it all depends, what it's laid next to, what it's gathered with, the meaning of it.
Mhm.
When
Very
you do this in person and you have us scatter them, I remember one time I had it and you said it looks like a fish.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it looked just like a fish. It was just weird how it looked like a trout, kind of like a jumping trout.
Right.
So when you're in person with her, you get to see the artifacts
Right.
that are there.
Touching
That's just
them.
incredible.
And I had
Yeah.
the person close their eyes because a lady even said to me a couple of days ago, she goes, if my eyes were open, I would have probably got the heebie-jeebies touching all that. She goes, but I was very calm and
Oh.
relaxing. And she goes, and I said, and that's what that's for. I said, because when you're in that state of mind where one-on-one or whatever, it just helps that person to relax so they can open up so I can, express what I'm feeling and picking up on for them. Yes.
I think it's true too with the dogs. When you have me choose for the dogs, I close my eyes and you can just feel like where you're supposed to
Yes.
stop. It works out really well because they don't have little thumbs. The
Yes.
dogs don't have little thumbs to pick stuff up with. And Ladybird with Ms Margo always puts her paw
Yes.
over
Yes.
on.
We
That
just
was
watched that episode
amazing.
before. Yeah, just
Yeah.
like two days ago, we
Yeah.
went back and watched all the episodes that you were on, Ms Margo,
Aw.
and we loved. Yeah,
She probably
we
had a
loved
little
watching.
sympathy for me and said that bobcat is going. Someone is taking that, and that's probably why a little paw on me to let it go.
I know that I always say this to you, Ms Margo. You are one of my dearest friends. And you are so special. You make my heart happy. You make decisions easier for me, or you have made hard times in my life much easier because you give me a little bit of light and love and joy. I am so grateful. I am so grateful that I came up to your booth that day and that you talked to me and we became friends and we
Yes.
have remained friends. I'm crazy about Bob. I love
Oh,
Bob, her
he is.
husband.
That SOB
He's
is.
wonderful.
SOB is.
He is
happy.
wonderful too, and he's just so charming. Like and you will know when you come to her booth. This is the other thing I'm going to say about Ms Margo. Okay. I'm so proud of her because when you go to her booth at the powwow, it says, as seen on public television, there's a big sign.
Right.
So you know you're in the right spot.
Right.
And she has used that to, I feel like a lot of my friends have called you about dogs and people and
Yep,
friends and stuff
personal,
like
yeah.
that. So yeah, I think it's really great that we can spread the word about you and tell people.
Well, and
that meet you
vice
a little bit
versa. I
more.
mean, because you're so caring and loving. I remember I took that picture of that one flower plant that I had in front of the house and everything. I'm like, what is this? And he was just like, oh, let me tell you. And so it's just great to share energy, one another's energy,
Yeah.
and appreciate, people nowadays. And and not judge. Even we are supposed to judge what's best for us. So yes, we do come with judgment, but it's also saying, you know what, we can agree to be different, or we can agree to disagree. Doesn't mean that, I don't like you or anything. A couple of months ago, I was at a Bible study class. They had asked me to say a prayer. Well, one of the women did not like what I said. When I start my prayers, I always say, Lord Jesus Christ, Mother Earth, Heavenly Father, creator of all religion, all spirituality. And they went into my prayer. And so anyways, long story short, the following week, the head leader had asked me to come together. And she says, listen, I don't mean to throw anybody underneath the bus, but last week, Margo, you said the word Mother Earth. And then she's flipping through the Bible. She goes, that's very demonic. And I was just like, oh, like, I've never heard of that. And I felt like getting up and leaving, but I didn't drive there because my neighbor took me to her Bible study. And I was like, it's okay. And it hurt my feelings because I was thinking she's judging me, but she has to judge what's best for herself. And that it was about respecting our land and Mother Earth and respecting all living things. And it's okay. It took me a while to learn that because I was so hurt by it, but I was like, well, Jesus went through 10,000 times more than I did. So Margo, just look at it in a different way. So it took me a little while.
Awesome.
And it does, with not everyone's going to be open-minded, to things. And that's okay. I'm not 100% accurate, and I don't mind that. I'm a little off on dates and times, but that's okay. I'm okay with that.
You often say it's 2 years or 2 weeks or 2 months.
Right.
Or, I don't know. Something like that's two. It's two. And I'm like, okay, I gotcha. Yeah.
Right. And I get it so fast, and it's so much information that it's hard for me to sort and to sit back. And I don't want to waste someone's time thinking, okay, it's exactly this. I want to hurt and get it out as much as I can.
I'm so glad that you have this gift. I'm so glad that you share it with us.
And I'm so glad that you came on, Ms Margo. When Jay brought up that he could reach out and get you on, I was like so pumped. And I was like, we got to get Amanda to come talk too. I know that she loves you.
Yeah, Amanda's got more questions, and it's okay. She can just
Thank you, Ms Margo. I'm dying to ask you. I know you said you don't read people non-consensually, like they have to be open. But I was wondering, do you ever try to see into Bob when he's not
my husband? Or
yes.
Oh, when I first met him, it was yes, definitely. Pretty much every person I can read and everything. And it's so funny because I saw a picture of him. We met online. I was like, oh, he doesn't take care of himself. He's got dark circles underneath his eyes. He's low on iron. And I'm going like on and on, And then I saw him play with some kids and how genuine and open-hearted he was.
Yes.
I saw that loving, and I knew that I loved him. I love him so much. Well, when I was dating him, I was like, God, I want him just to be happy with or without me. So when he broke up with me, when the SOB broke up with me, I was just like, I just want him to be happy, and I felt that sincerity from my heart. Now there was a lot of things I did not know that I wish I would have known when I married him. And one was that he's a little grumpy if he doesn't get proper food in him at a certain time. And this last 3 days, he's been on a fast. So I was just like, if I die in the next 2 days, it's because my husband's on a fast, because I know how hangry he gets. And I'm like, Lordy, God is testing me in all different ways. But yeah, I pick up on everyone, and I read him. I just knew that he was such a good person. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, and it's palpable when you're with him. It is completely palpable.
Yeah.
Because when we go see her at the powwow, I'll get a reading, and then Kel will get a reading, and so then I just go talk to Bob.
Right.
And Bob will even take me around and show me cool things that are going on, or we'll go get a cup of coffee, or we'll go do something else, or and it's just it's palpable. He is that guy. He's a great man.
Cool. He's really cool. He can talk to anybody and everybody.
He can.
Cool.
He can
Cool.
completely. Yeah, completely. So now I don't know this. Is he's a white man?
Yes, he is a white man.
Yes, he is.
Yes, he's
he
Polish.
Is. Oh, okay. All right.
He's Polish. Jabonowski is the last name. And I told him we got married during COVID, and it was, how like you couldn't do anything, go to courts, get your name switched. And I said, well, I'll just keep my last name, to honor my father. And it's too much. I got to change all my business, tribal papers, all that. And I said, your name's too long. It's like 11 syllables. But I always tell him, I said, I'm going to keep it the way it is. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to switch it to Jablonowski, but I'm still your wife. And I said, plus you were married twice before and they took your name and they're no longer with you. So that's, that's a sign. He just rolls his eyes.
Awesome.
But he is so gifted and so talented. And he was a crane technician for 30 years.
Oh,
And it was very stressful, getting very stressful. So I had asked him, I said, why don't you quit your job, come work for me? And if it doesn't work out, you can do whatever you want. So we've been together for 7 years on the road. There was a lot of adjustments, but we, get along. Yeah. That's very good team.
awesome.
Very blessed.
That's great.
Man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Ms. Margo.
Hey,
this
you're
has been
welcome.
a
Thank
treat.
you.
I hope
Thank
that
you
everyone
so
else enjoyed
much.
it as much as we, the three of us enjoyed it. I could tell all
Yes,
three of us
yes.
enjoyed it. So.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
so
and you
much.
as well. So yeah.
I'm very proud of you. You're doing what you want to do, and it's fulfilling for you. So I'm really happy for you and your team, and Kelly, and the new bundle that's coming. How exciting!
I'm going to call you. Okay. As soon as she's here, I'm going to
Send me
call you. You know
pictures.
that.
Well, I'll see the
Yeah,
pictures.
yeah. Oh, I will. I'll send you pictures. I'll send you
Okay.
pictures because I have pictures right now. So that's good.
Awesome.
So yeah. All right. Well, you take
All
care.
right.
Thank you.
Yes, it was
Thank
very
you.
nice meeting you both. Thank you. Nice
You
So
as well.
nice to
Thank
meet
you so
Ms.
much, Ms. Margo.
Okay,
Thank
God
you so
bless.
much.
All right.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.
Thanks for joining us this week on Behind the Bloom podcast with Jay Schwanke and RJ Poole. If you loved what you heard, be sure to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. And share it with a friend to help us spread the joy, one bloom at a time. Thank you for taking the time to slow down with us. And hopefully you left feeling a little lighter and inspired to try something new. Make sure to join us next week for a brand new episode. Thanks for being here with us, Behind the Bloom. Hey, just one more thing. If you love flowers, you've got to check out ubloom.com. It's the online home of Jay Schwanke's Life in Bloom, where you can stream every episode for free. Plus, you'll find Behind the Bloom videos, my blog, show recipes, and so much more. There's also a massive video archive, over 1,800 how-to videos, flower farm documentaries, and even my very first series, JTV. All Life in Bloom episodes, exclusive web content, and farm documentaries are totally free. Just sign up with your email. And if you're ready to dive deeper, there's a paid subscription option that unlocks the full library of how-to videos. Everything from creating bridal bouquets to centerpieces, corsages, and more. Tons of content to explore. You're gonna love it.